Hello, hello. Good morning, or depending on where you're at, good afternoon, good evening. We're live today, and today I'm excited because today we're talking about one of my favorite topics. I hope you have your coffee or tea or whatever it is that makes you happy. I'll be sipping on this. But if you are here live with me, I want to hear from you. Let's see who's here. Oh, yes. Tim is the first one here this morning. You do win the prize. I'll have to figure out what your prize is. Here says I win the prize. You do. I don't know what it is yet. I'll think about it. We'll get you a prize. We are going to be talking today about, obviously, teaching online, because if you're new to this channel, maybe you don't know, I'm Rachel, and I am from mercifulmornings.com. This is the place you come when you want the education, encouragement, support that you need for teaching online, right? And today we are talking about not just teaching online, but what can you teach online? That's a huge question people have. If you start online with like an ESL company, which is a very popular thing to do, like VIP Kid, GoGo Kid, Palfish, they give you what you have to teach, right? You just show up and teach what they give you. And it's really nice for those of us who've been teachers in the classroom, because you don't really have to plan anything. You prep a few props ahead of time or a reward. That's really it. So that's nice. But now there are all these other opportunities to teach independently on your own. You couldn't do it just selling your own teaching services or private tutoring, or there's OutSchool, which I love. You know, I have a class later today on multiplication facts, which is fun. I've got a couple kiddos in there that are working on multiplication. So there's a place like OutSchool where they market for you, and you set your prices and you set your schedule, and it's beautiful. And people are like, yeah, that sounds nice, and I want to make my own money, but how do I do that? What do I teach? So just from recent conversations, I've gathered like the most common concerns from people who want to teach online, but they're not really sure what to do or how to do it. And so we're not going to go deep down into how to make a class or anything today. I just want to address some of those top concerns of what should I teach online. One of the most common things that I hear is I don't have anything to teach. And this is especially from people who are not trained teachers, right? If you're not in the classroom beforehand or have education training, the first thought I get is, I don't have anything I can teach. I'm not a teacher. False. Everyone has something that they can teach. If you have something that you are experienced with, whatever job you may have been doing up until now, or if you have something you are very passionate about, or if you have a hobby that you love doing, any of those things can be a class. I have worked with trained teachers who went to school for this sort of thing, and I've worked with people who have zero educational training, both of them now teaching online, because everyone has something to offer, and there are kids who want to learn it. So you can do anything from the typical standard school subjects. If you want to teach about nouns and verbs, you can do that. If you want to teach about multiplication, you can do that. If you like science, if there's an area of science that you love, you can teach that. But if you're more into crafts, or my daughter a couple years ago was obsessed, well, she still kind of is actually, with making things out of duct tape, you could teach that. We learned how to, she made me a bracelet out of duct tape. I've got a pen that like looks like it has a flower on the top, completely made of duct tape. So even something like that, there are kids that want to learn how to do that. And that's fun, right? That's something different than what they're doing in school. So if you don't think you have anything to teach, let's talk, because I promise you do. I promise there's something in your life that you know and love, that there's a kid somewhere that wants to learn it. So get that one out of the way. We're done with that one. Let's see who we've got. Oh, hey, yes, Karen's here. Good morning, Karen. Well, it's morning for me. Good evening for Tim. Good morning, for, I believe, me and Karen both. So glad you're here. Welcome. All right, let's see what else we have. Oh yes, I need that pre-made curriculum so that I can teach. I hear this a lot from brick and mortar teachers or from teachers who have been in the online ESL world where we get the pre-made curriculum. They just say, here, go teach this. And we say, yay, I don't have to think about it. The thing is, you don't, because it doesn't have to be a big, complicated, drawn out lesson plan thing. There are systems and platforms where you have to have like learning objectives and goals and curriculum standards and all, but there are a lot where you don't. And you can just say, I want to teach how to make duct tape flower pens, like we just talked about. And that's your class. You tell them what supplies they need and you show up and you give them instructions on how to do it and you make it together and it's fun. So if you want to teach something that needs a lesson plan, you can do that. Absolutely. If you're a trained teacher, if you are good at writing lesson plans, go for it. Have your learning goals. But if that's not your thing, can you still teach online? You should know the answer to this by now. The answer is yes. Yes, you can, because you don't have to have pre-made lessons. Now, can you get some pre-made lessons from somewhere? Absolutely, you can. There are resources. There are people around that love making curriculum. I'm not the only one, though. There are a lot of people out there. There is a newer website where teachers can sell resources where they allow them to be used by online teachers, like on OutSchool. It's called koalaeducators.com. I will drop that in the description if it's not there already. It'll be dropped after this video. koalaeducators.com. It's awesome. I have, I think, 2 items on there that you can purchase if you want to teach from that. And it's okay that multiple people buy it because everybody's got their own teaching style and ideas, right? So you can do something like that. Teachers Pay Teachers is a great one, but if you are doing online teaching, you want to make sure you have permission from the creator to use it in your online classes. And a lot of times that's a no-no. There are some that allow it, but don't let that be your go-to. But also, if you just need some curriculum, holler at me. I have several people in my circle who love making online teaching curriculum. So if you have an idea, we can make it happen. But if, like I said, if you don't want to have all the lesson plans and things, keep it simple. You can outline exactly what you want to do. I do have a link below in the description, a course creation template. So if you just want to know the things that you've got to think through before you can teach, that is there for you. You think through your title and what subject it falls under and what age group you want to teach. All those things, it's laid out. So you don't even have to think like, what do I have to know to teach this? It's right there for you. It's free. Go down and grab it, course creation template. All right, let's see what our next one is. I don't have time to write new lessons. Okay, we've kind of already covered this, haven't we? It doesn't have to be a big ordeal. You can either A, have somebody else do it for you if you've got an idea, or B, it doesn't have to be that involved. So prime example, one of my favorite and most popular classes is pre-K, because those are my people. You know, I love the little bitties. So I have a pre-K class, meets once a week. It's an ongoing weekly class. So I have a lot of the same students each week, but it is a show and tell class. Literally, it's show and tell for 30 minutes. And the idea behind it is I help them practice speaking in complete sentences. So that's the draw, right? Parents are like, how is this helpful for my kid? Well, there's the social skills. We also work on taking turns and listening. That's hard for 3, 4, 5-year-olds. But then I also, when they answer or when they tell me something, I spit it back out in a complete sentence. So I might say, what did you bring today? And they might say, you know, my book. Oh, this is my book. And they say it back. That's it. I do that for 30 minutes with whoever shows up. That's it. Did that take a lot of planning and prep? No, it did not. It took me like 2 seconds to be like, we could show up and just talk about things in our house. I have another one where I read through a couple of color themed books. We name colors and then they go on a scavenger hunt looking for colors in their house. I say, go find me something red. And they run off and run back. That's it. Did that take a lot of planning? No. But we're practicing our color names, right? So it doesn't have to be super involved. If you want to write something that is more involved, if you want a more involved lesson, if you have an idea that's going to take a little more effort, again, reach out to me. And if you don't know already, it's mercifulmornings@gmail.com, right there for you. And also, I do offer coaching sessions. I have coaching sessions available. If you just want to get together, hash out your idea and get it done, we can sit down and in 30 minutes, knock it out, be done, you're ready to go. So that's fun for me. So let me know if you want that. All right, I don't like to go too long on these. If you have questions or concerns of your own about teaching online, feel free to drop them in the comments. I just have one other that I want to address today. So, and you know, I try to keep these not too terribly long. Let's see. Yes, Tim says, love how simple it can be. It can be. It can be so simple. You don't have to get this big, elaborate lesson plan with all of the objectives. And, you know, teachers in the classroom are used to, like, I have common core standards. How does it connect to this? How do I link in this? All the different learning styles. It doesn't have to be that big of a deal. It can be if that's the way you like to do it, but it doesn't have to be. So the last one I think we're going to hit on, unless we have other questions for people, is this one I hear from brick and mortar teachers quite often. Now, I get polar ends of this. Okay, this one is I just can't leave my students. I can't leave my kids. I can't leave the classroom. This is what I do. It's who I am. And that's okay. Don't leave it. Stay with your kids and your school and your classroom and love it. There are so many teachers who teach in the classroom or virtually for the classroom or both. Bless you, right? So right now, teachers are doing all the things, but they also have online teaching or online tutoring that they offer for extra money, because what teacher doesn't need extra money right now, right? So you can do this in the afternoons or evenings. You can do this on the weekends. Just pick a Saturday morning or a Saturday afternoon, do a few classes, and you're done. And when you do small group sessions, you get a lot more bang for your buck. You schedule a 30, 45-minute session, and you've got a group of 6 to 10 kids, and you charge per child. You can make a good amount of money in a short amount of time. So I'm not saying leave the classroom or leave your students. I'm saying you can do this to make additional money, set your own schedule, and teach the things that light you up. That's what this is about. Now, I get the other end of this, so we'll just hide this one. The other end of this is I'm drowning and I'm trapped and I'm stuck and I can't get out of this classroom and it's killing me. Right now, if that's you, I want you to hear me loud and clear. First of all, it's not always going to be like this. This year is crazy go nuts. Second of all, you're not trapped or stuck. This is not your only option. There are so many other opportunities if you are interested in teaching online in any capacity, whether it's with Premade Curriculum, ESL, teaching kids in China, doing your own craft, hobby, baking, whatever it is. There are a million different options. And it's what I do. It's what I love. It's what I share. So if you're interested in that, be sure you email me and let me know, because you're not trapped. You're not stuck forever. We can do this. You can do this. And I know you're an awesome teacher and you got into it because you love it. We don't want to lose that. We don't want to lose the joy for teaching, for sure. So you can email me, mercifulmornings@gmail.com. I also have a website that is currently being transformed and I'm super excited about it. Hopefully it's up and ready with all the new awesome stuff very, very soon. So I'm excited for that. But reach out to me and let me know if you would like my help with coaching or just emails or resources that I have. I'd love to offer that. If you haven't already, be sure you like this video, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and hit the bell so that when I do go live like this or other videos pop up, you get the notification, you don't miss anything. So I think we've hit all of our comments and questions, concerns today. So we're going to wrap it up. It's not too long. If you're catching this later, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye for now.